Okay, so we are doing the install for the Chevy and GMC Starlink mount. We are here at the back of the truck, so for your reference, this front pillar here is your A pillar, this is your B pillar, and the very rear of the truck is your C pillar. So we're gonna start working on the C pillar, and we're gonna work on this panel right here that has the airbag symbol and the seatbelt. You're gonna get your tool that doesn't scratch up your interior. You're gonna pop it underneath the lip here, and you just wanna pop this out and the top part out. I'll show you, we already did the other side here. Here's what it looks like when it comes out. The bottom has these three little tabs, and the top has this one tab. Those tabs go into the side panel here. So as long as you are pulling it out this way, it will come out. Then you'll notice this little springy guy on here. There is a 7mm screw that was on here. So this is hanging up here like this. You're gonna unhook this bottom 7mm, get this out of the way. That way you have access to the C pillar before, after. To remove the coat hanger, get a very slim flathead. You're gonna pop open a little cap here, and then it is a 8mm socket to remove that. Okay, for the B pillar, you're gonna get a little flat screwdriver underneath this airbag symbol here, and inside there is a 7mm screw. You're gonna unscrew that, and then you're gonna use your removal tool underneath the bottom here, and you're gonna pry this straight out. That's what it's gonna look like afterwards, and your cover is gonna be kind of towards the bottom of the seatbelt. Okay, so we just pulled the light down and you hear it unclick. It doesn't actually have to come out of the headliner. It just unclicks from those little tabs right there. And then you're gonna pull the headliner down. Be careful not to crease it. If you do get little creases, they tend to go back into position, but really you don't need to get much more than about that. You definitely don't need to go more forward than kind of the corner of this B post right here. So what you're doing is just getting up into these guys, getting these nuts and bolts that are up in here. So as long as you can have some room to get your arm in here, you're good. You don't need to really pull this down a ton. Okay, then you're gonna remove 8 nuts that are on these little posts here, and then 2 bolts. You can see the holes here in the corner. So there's the very corner of the truck. This little gap right here, there's 2 bolts in there and 8 nuts. So you should have a total of 2 of these bolts and 4 of these nuts on each side removed, and that will allow you to detach the spoiler. Then you're gonna unhook these 3 electrical connectors. And there's 3 right here. There's 1 that's up in the corner here, 2 that are on the headliner. Okay, then you're just gonna grab the bottom of the spoiler that was here, and if you can get your fingers on the top edge, and you're just gonna pull that way. It takes a good amount of force because there's little grommets here that hold it in place, but just pull it that way. You'll feel the driver's side pop, then go over to the other side, you'll feel the passenger side pop, and this is what it's gonna look like here when it comes out. These little plastic guys are just popping on the body. So there's gonna be 4 of these little T25s. 2 of them are right here, easy to see. The other 2 are just down below here. Once you pop those out, then you can remove the light from the spoiler. Okay, then you gotta disconnect the wire harnesses. This guy right here, you slide the red back, this will disconnect. Then this guy right here, slide the red up, then you're gonna push in this little black detent here, slide the red up again, it goes up twice, and then that'll disconnect. And then on this guy right here, you can see there's a little detent in. Let's see if I can do this with one hand. There we go. There's a little detent in there, and that's gonna pop that off. So there's 3 wires that you need to disconnect. Then you come over to these little guys right here, and you just push this little tab in, and that's what's gonna allow you to pull the light out. So these little guys right here, you're gonna see a little square or rectangle here. You just push that tab in. That's gonna disconnect the light, allow you to remove it from the spoiler. Okay, then the order for this is going to just be line up the mount here. You'll see this little notch here goes for that cutout. These little cutouts right here, the holes line up, and then your light will just sandwich in behind it. Okay, so we ran our wiring up through that center hole. That's gonna come out the top of the mount. It'll allow you to go to the dish. Then you're gonna line up these little brackets here. You can see that rectangle there and that circle there. The center is lined up with this little cutout here. And then your light should literally just click into place, sandwiching the Starlink bracket from the spoiler and the third brake light. And then your wiring is going to be running underneath here, so nothing will be visible from the back. Here's the view from the other side, so you can see the third brake light clicked into place. Your wiring's coming out underneath here. Your other clicked into place here. All your wiring's down the center, ready to be reconnected. And then you're just gonna screw in your T25s into those 2 holes and these 2 holes right here to reattach the spoiler to the third brake light. Okay, then to run the wiring from here, you're basically gonna follow this harness that goes through this rubber grommet. And then this from here, this point on, will be interior of the truck. So just basically follow this. We're gonna run it. You can zip tie it, tape it, or just click it in and run it along here. You're gonna puncture a little hole through there, come out the other side. I'll show you the finished. Okay, here's how we routed the wiring. You can see we tucked it into, just wrapped it around the existing harness. It came through the grommet. They had electrical tape on here, so we just kind of took that off, ran it through, put some fresh tape around it. And then this will get us inside the cab. Everything's water sealed from here moving forward. So. And then from the back of the truck, you will not see that wiring. Okay, you can see all our wires ran through the grommet and are coming down into the truck cab. We've made the connections here. We just reconnected everything that we disconnected. And here is our Starlink power wire. So you have a couple different options with this cable. If your vehicle has a cigarette port in the back, which this is a 25, it does not. It just has USBs. These are not gonna put out enough wattage to run the dish. So you either have to run this down your panel underneath to a 12-volt power supply. Some of these trucks have upfitter switch connections, some of them do not. That's really up to you with how you want to power this. I don't know if you want it on all the time, if you want it on when the truck is turned on, you got to figure that out. We give you all the wire to be able to run it down this pillar, which is what we're going to do right now. Run it underneath here. These little access ports pop up, and you can run the wires right down here all the way to the front of the truck, and then connect it into whatever power switch that you want. There is also a 110 outlet in this truck in here, so if you did want to use that is an option. We are not a wiring company. We're not gonna get into that. We just give you what you need to be able to decide how you wanna supply it. It just needs 12 volts. You don't need to do a voltage step up. When you're running these dishes on batteries, then they are way more efficient running at like 30 volts. But since you're running it off the truck's power, which is a significant size battery, 12 volt is perfectly fine. You're really only burning like 25 watts when this thing is running. So the truck battery should be fine. Here's a look from the outside. And again, how you run this power cable is up to you. If you're able to find a 12 volt source to tap into back here, perfect, but again, everybody's going to want different ways to power this, turn it on, keep it on, when to shut it off. So we just give you this cord, and then you guys can figure out how to supply a positive and negative 12 volt to it. Okay, then you're just going to replace the 8 nuts and the 4, oh my gosh, bolts in the corner to tighten down the spoiler back against the truck. And then you're going to replace the headliner, just like basically reverse of how you got everything out.